Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the WeDrive project. I don't think we have any idea what we're doing. We're just doing it. Alright, car world, meet Sam Ahrens. Sam is a 19-year-old car builder whose ambitions have paid off. It didn't start out so nice though. Sam started out with a green faded 94 Integra. But like I said, his ambitions, well, they've paid off. He has worked this car over, from the outside to the inside, including the engine, drivetrain, suspension, the interior and the exterior, stealing a lot of it from a 2001 GSR Acura. But this car has come a long way from where it started, and Sam's vision has really been put to work here. Although, Sam decided to throw a wrench in this first episode. When I saw Sam last time, I was ready to go for a ride along next and get some other shots of this car in action. But that's not how it went. This is more how it went. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, change of plans. We were gonna go get some rolling shots of Sam's car this afternoon. It's been a few months since we shot some of the first bits of this episode with him, mainly because it was fall. And it was starting to get really cold and windy, and actually it snowed like a week later. So we weren't able to do anything since then. But I figured the car would just be sitting in a garage, and, well, Sam being Sam, it didn't stay sitting for very long. Sam, what the yeah, Sam. Alright, so last time we saw this car, it did not look like this. It was really pretty. It was really pretty. I was like, every time I saw this car, I'd be like, damn, why? I mean, maybe I should drive a Honda. Acura, same difference. But all right, so
now it looks red.
Yeah, it does. So before all of this happened, there was already a lot going on. And in a nutshell, tell us what you're removing.
So basically, it was just a stock motor with a turbo on it. It made good power. But I want to make more, and I've been researching for quite some time different builds, what other people have done in the past, looking for the tried and true method to getting a fast and reliable car. And I just decided to. I was originally going to build this engine. I was going to take it out, take it apart, and rebuild it with forged engine internals, so it could handle a little bit more. But I came across a built bottom end off one of these cars, and it was built quite a long time ago, but it was never fully assembled. Never ran once, and the guy just had it in his parents' closet for years. Forgot about it. He got rid of his car and everything.
We'll show you that later. It's on the stand behind me.
No, my buddy George that I work with at River's Edge right now. He told me about it, and we went to go look at it, and he gave it to me for a really good deal, pretty much. So I kind of went with that, and the forged internals I had for this motor, I'm gonna sell to whoever wants them. And this motor, since it's still healthy and it still runs and it has fairly low miles for a Honda motor, I'm going to see what I can get for it, just to put towards the new build. So right now I'm just trying to take this out. When I got the car painted black, I didn't bother doing the engine bay. I got the door jambs and everything done, so I figured since I'm already taking the engine out, I'm going to take it a step further and take everything out, take all the reservoirs, the whole harness, want to rip the ABS out because there's not much of a use for it anymore, and get the whole engine bay painted to match the outside of the car, so it kind of looks gives it that more factory look, because I don't like the the two-tone, how it doesn't match up when you pop the hood.
Yeah.
And taking the engine apart, I noticed just how filthy it is in here. So,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, especially at the car show today, I was seeing all the clean engine bays. I was like, damn.
Yeah, really. And there was weird. So to catch you up, we had a car show today with Wanderers Car Club in the Dalles, and we'll have footage of that later. We may put some of that in this episode. So when you get, and like what you're saying, you're gonna take all this stuff out. Are you gonna relocate, or are you gonna do like a shaved engine bay?
I was thinking about doing a minor tuck. I don't want to go too extreme with it. But George kind of talked me into that as well. He said that would be a nice touch since I'm going to all the work, and if I get the engine bay painted, you know. So yeah, I think there is going to be taking the ABS out of it because it's so dug in and it takes up so much room is going to be a big part in that. And yeah, I think eventually we will either partially or fully tuck the engine bay to look really good. I don't want that to get in the way of accessibility to any sensors that may need replacing, or
just
anything that is impractical per se. You know, because it's not so much. I like when it looks like a show car, but in reality, you know, I drive this as much as I can. When the weather's nice and I love driving it. It's I don't keep it garaged, you know, for other people to look at. I like keeping it clean, but you know, practicality first, because I do drive this car and it's supposed to be as functional as possible. So it's gonna be car's gonna be down for some time, but you know, I really think that in the end it's gonna be the last time I really take this car apart, and it's gonna be set for a long time for me to enjoy and kind of stop dumping so much money into it.
Yeah, you'll have a solid piece to keep kind of working on it as it needs it.
Yeah.
Which is sweet. And like when we looked at this car in the fall, it was, I mean, it was a daily driver, like Sam was saying. It was ready to go. But here you go, boys tinkering with toys. Yeah. So it happens all too often. Before we run out of light, and before we do the same thing we did last time, I'm going to show you guys the new block that Sam's going to throw in this beast, and the other miscellaneous car parts he has laying on the garage floor.
We do have in two separate pieces, well, actually more than two separate pieces, we have a complete engine. The block is completely built. The head is all there, but it's all stock. So I gotta match the head to the block. So you know, we're gonna have to build the head too.
All right, Sam, we're in your garage. So remove the towel on this beast, because it's probably there just to keep it from being
dusty,
ruined.
So the cool thing about this block is it was built quite some time ago by a shop that is no longer around. It was a reputable shop that did good work, and it was never assembled. He had two halves of the engine like I do now, and the way I heard the story, he kind of just sold half of it and then never got the other half back. Sold his car and kind of just sat in his parents' closet for years. And my buddy George that I work with at River's Edge, he introduced me to it, and we went over there and I actually got it for a really good deal. So I kind of, even though I had forged internals for the LS engine in it now, I decided to get this because it's one step more. I was just going to do forged rods, pistons, and a VTEC head, and now this thing it's bored out to 2 liters from the original 1.8. It's got the shot peen crank, it's got forged rods, forged pistons, it's 9-to-1 compression, so it's still around the stock level. Darton sleeves, and they really cleaned it up nice, so you know, as long as I can keep it that clean, it's gonna look good. So I took it for what it's worth, and the internals I have for this engine I'm just gonna sell. You know, whatever money I can make with parts I don't need is money towards parts I do need. And with a built block, you need a built head. This head's all stock, it's all there, but it's stock, so I need to save up some money, but we are gonna send it off and get it built as well. The cool thing about the motor is that block and this head they're 2 separate motors. That's off a VTEC motor, that's off a non-VTEC motor.
And I don't know, so people in the Honda world know probably already that all you have to do to get VTEC.
The conversion kit.
Yeah, but
they've got it down to a science.
It's really simple. It's like you buy a conversion kit and you literally bolt a VTEC head on your engine, and then you have VTEC, which means more mad power.
Yeah, the shortcoming with the motor in it now is that the LS head flows pretty poorly, especially under forced induction. So the cool thing that you can take from the LS motor is that the bottom ends are known for good torque, and you need all the torque you can get with a Honda because they do not make good torque numbers.
Yeah.
So
this is a fuel rail. It's really shiny and I was attracted to it.
Oh, yeah.
High flow fuel rail.
It'll go right there. Then of course with the 1050 injector dynamics injectors. But not all the parts that I need are here yet. This is kind of just what I have so far. There's more money to be made, but yeah. So you got the torquey bottom end, and then you have the VTEC head. The VTEC head, besides being VTEC, of course, and having the really well put together balanced valve train to get into the higher rev ranges, it flows a lot better than the LS head. So you can run the same amount of boost on the same turbo and make more power just with that head because it flows so much better. So besides just having VTEC, you know, it's like, why build a Frankenstein motor for just VTEC, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, it really comes into play. These are better under boost. You have the torque at the bottom end. If you can build it right to have it hold up to all that torque and power you're going to be making with the turbo and the VTEC head, you have the best of both engines, and so you have the ultimate B series motor. Basically, it's kind of the reason behind it. And you know, over the years they've got it down to a science. You get a name brand conversion kit for about $300. You know, oil lines, sandwich plate, everything. I already got a lot of those components. All I really need is the dowel pins and the head gasket, but I don't want to put anything together till I send that out and get it built. Saving money for it now, but it's gonna be a powerhouse. So that block in itself is able to hold 50 psi or 1,000 wheel horsepower, which the Integra now is not even pushing 300. So I mean, I'm not gonna be pushing that much, but that just goes to show you know you can handle a lot more than it's gonna push, and that's where the reliability kind of comes into play when you overbuild something. So. You know, I'd be a fool to have a stock head on a built block and be pushing 500 wheel, which is the goal for it. The main battle
is going to be madness in an Acura.
The main battle that I face with this car, I love every single thing about the car except for the front wheel drive. That's gonna be really hard to put power down with, which is why I'm not aiming for anything more over 500. I have the limited slip diff in the transmission. I'm gonna be getting the traction bar. I have the solid motor mounts. I'm gonna be taking all the suspension measures needed to kind of get as much traction as I can, because what is power if you can't put power down? So you know,
especially front wheel drive. I mean, it's a feat all on its own when you say 500 to the front wheels.
Yeah.
There's very few cars that I can. I mean, you're definitely, if you're gonna go to a drag strip, you're definitely gonna end up with like some nasty slicks on this car.
Yeah.
Some grabby tires, but it's inevitably going to end up at a drag strip that's going to have 500 horsepower.
You're going to have to track it. Yeah,
yeah, it's going to have to go. I mean, with 500 horsepower, I don't even know if I'd want to go like race it anywhere but a drag strip.
Yeah. One of the drastic measures we are going to take is we're going to swap out the chipped stock factory ECU for a Honda unit. With Honda, you can run boost by gear. So let's say you have the wastegate, the spring in it is 7 pounds, so you can run 7 pounds in first gear. And with the computer and the 3-port boost controller, you can run 7 pounds in first gear. You can run like 10 pounds or however much is needed in second gear, and you can keep ramping it up in all the gears, because you know, in a lower gear, it's geared, the ratios are they make it a lot torqueier. You know, you can put down a stock Honda, you can spin the wheels in first gear, but you know, you can start with low boost, so you kind of get off the starting line really good, and then as you get into the higher gears and the traction isn't so much of an issue, you can ramp the boost right up, and so it makes it as quick as possible if you were on a drag strip, because traction is everything.
Nice curveball, Sam. Thank you for that. No, it's okay. We're really looking forward to seeing that car back on the road this summer. He's looking for 500 horsepower, so we're really excited to see what he gets with it. If you want to follow that build, you can. He's on Instagram at Greddy_Teggy. We'll have all of that stuff and more at the bottom of the video down there. All the links and everything, so you can make sure that you've got all the following you want to do, and make sure you follow us while you're at it. But this isn't over. We're gonna show you some of that footage we were talking about from the Wanderers car show. It was in the Dalles, Oregon, and yeah, here it is.
Mr. eLive.
Don't give up, 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 don't give up,
So the next thing I want to show you guys is a car cruise that we were a part of last fall. It was a lot of fun. We partnered up with the local Hood River Cars and Coffee group to make that all happen, and then there's two other car groups, the Dapper Auto family, kind of based here in Hood River, and then there's the Wanderers Car Club, mainly based out of the Dalles. They have a few members throughout the gorge as well, but we got to go do that. It was a ton of fun. We took a ton of footage and we met a ton of people. If you've never done a car cruise, I highly suggest going and getting yourself involved in one. It's always a fun place to meet people. You're going to meet like-minded people and you're going to see a lot of awesome cars. So anyways, check it out.
You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from flying. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from falling, falling, falling. You can't stop me from flying. You can't stop me from falling when I'm gone. You can't stop me from flying when I'm gone. You can't stop me from falling when I'm gone. You can't stop me from flying when I'm gone. You know when I'm gone. You know when I'm gone. You know when You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from falling. You can't stop me from flying. You can't stop me from falling when I'm gone.
So that was a lot of fun. We always enjoy going and doing those car cruises. We're actually going to be doing another car cruise with Dapper Auto Family and the Hood River Cars and Coffee, which used to be Gorge Cars and Coffee, here on April 15th. We're going to be doing a route up through the gorge. The whole cruise is going to be called the Gorge Tour. You can see the flyers for that right now. And yeah, if you want to check out the event, it'll be linked in the video down below. Feel free to also check out the links below for the Wanderers Car Club, Dapper Auto Family, and the Hood River Cars and Coffee. Yeah, feel free to like and subscribe our videos. We really appreciate it. Hopefully next time we'll be getting our hands a little more dirty. I think that we have a project car that we may be showing you at the end of this video. And we may be working on my daily a little bit too, but that's going to be later. So anyway, stick around. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Before I show you anything that we just brought home, because it's awesome, let me show you how dirty it is, because that's not awesome. It's like mold dog food. The door panels are coming unglued a little bit.